All right, so guys, the problem here says, let's see if we can graph this function y equals the cosecant of x minus pi over 5. So first thing I'm going to do is write down my equation, cosecant of x minus pi over 5. And so remember, step number one is I'm going to graph y equals the sine of x minus pi over 5. Okay, so in this problem here, for this piece, we know that our amplitude is 1, and the period is still going to be 2 pi because the number in front of the x here is 1, right? So let's go ahead and solve our inequality. So remember, the first step is going to be, let's go 0 is less than or equal to x minus pi over 5, which is less than or equal to 2 pi. And so the first thing I need to do is I need to add pi over 5 all the way across. So those 0 cancel. So this is going to leave me with a pi over 5 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to. So let's do this piece. So remember, this is 2 pi over 1 plus pi over 5. My common denominator is going to be a 5. So I'm going to multiply this guy by 5, that guy by 5. That'll leave me with a 10 pi over 5 plus pi over 5 is 11 pi over 5. Okay, so remember what we've done so far. We found the first point, and we found the fifth point. We still got to find points 2, 3, and 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this part right here, x minus pi over 5, equal to pi over 2. X minus pi over 5 is equal to pi. And x minus pi over 5 is equal to 3 pi over 2. Okay? So just like we did before, I'm going to add pi over 5 to each side. Okay? So let's see. What that's telling me is for this part, I need to get a common denominator. My common denominator is going to be 10 here. So I'm going to multiply this one by 5. Got to multiply this one here by 2. So this is going to leave me with a 5 pi over 10 plus a 2 pi over 10. So that tells me x is 7 pi all over 10. Okay. Do the same thing here. We're going to add pi over 5 to both sides. Okay. So again, I'm going to think of this part here. It's pi over 1. So my common denominator is going to be a 5. So that's going to tell me here x is equal to, let's see, 5 pi plus another pi, 6 pi over 5. Okay. And I'm going to do this one last time. So add pi over 5 to both sides, right? So those are going to cancel. And let's see, common denominator is going to be 10 again. So I'm going to multiply this part here by 5. Multiply this one here by 2. So that's going to give me a 15 pi plus 2 pi. Each of these are over 10. So now what we have is x is equal to 17 pi all over 10. Okay. So here's my second, my third, and my fourth point. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to make a chart. Okay, so I'm going to use those points and these over here. So let's see, what points do we have? So I'm just going to rewrite the first ones, pi over 5 and 11 pi over 5. Okay, so the first one was pi over 5. And the other one was 11 pi, over 5. So let's do it like this. Let's make a chart. We're going to go x equals, okay, so we had pi over 5, and the last one I want to say we said was 11 pi over 5. And 7 pi over 10, 6 pi over 5, 17 pi over 10. 7 pi over 10, 6 pi over 5, and, oops, 17 pi over 10. Okay, and then we had the x minus pi over 5, and this is equal to our pi over 2. I'm sorry, not pi over 2, but 0 first. Pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. And then we're taking the sine of that, oops, x minus, so now I'm just going to say, okay, well, sine of 0 is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is minus 1, and this is back at 0. So what I need to do is I need to come back and use that same picture, right, over here. And so let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to see if I can take a screenshot here. There we go. And I'm going to see if I can put this picture on here. Let's see if we can actually import it here. And let's see. We can do something like this. Probably should just do it on the next slide. So I'll tell you what, let's delete it. Let's do it on the next slide. There we go. And let me see if I can actually zoom in a little bit. There we go. Just so that we can see some of these values a little bit better. Okay, done. Let me erase. All right. So the values that I'm interested in here, y'all, are pi over 5, 7 pi over 10, 6 pi over 5, 17 pi over 10, and 11 pi over 5. So let's see if we can just start putting those values. So pi over 5, we're going to be at 0. So pi over 5, we're going to be here at 0. Remember, I'm graphing the sign first. 7 pi over 10, I'm going to be at 1. 7 pi over 10, I'm going to be at 1. That's this one right here. 6 pi over 5, I'll be back at 0. 6 pi over 5, I'll be back at 0. 17 pi over 10, I'll be at negative 1. 17 pi over 10, we're going to be down here at negative 1. Oops. And then one last one, 11 pi over 5 will be at 0. So 11 pi over 5 will be back here at 0. So remember, this right here, y'all, this is the sine one, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to graph the cosecant, right? So the cosecant says, you know what? I need to put a vertical asymptote right through here. I need to put another vertical asymptote right through here. I'm going to put one more vertical asymptote, oops, right through there. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's my vertical asymptotes, right? And then, let's see. I'm going to do this in green. So here's going to be my cosecant. It's going to do this business, right? Boom, like this. And like that, okay? So the green is my cosecant, the blue is my sine, and then the red lines are just my vertical asymptotes, all right? So it takes a little bit of time to do. Just go slow, and you'll find your points, okay? If y'all got any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help.